Sean told Kanan exactly what he was going to do, and then Kanan like, shit, nigga, you ain't gonna be happy.
Right.
Nigga, is that happiness or in your future? What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Couch Potato, where we love television more than Birdman likes to pay his employees. Today, we're going to have another power recap for you. This is a very, very good episode in my opinion. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there. Today, I have with me the lovely...
Sweet Potato.
And your boy Potateaux Head is back.
Right, yeah, we
missed you last week.
Right, it wasn't the same.
Out of town, guys.
You know.
I mean, it was a big episode. This was the turn of events for the show, and hopefully, let's just say we hope the show hasn't peaked here. They're just gonna keep going, getting higher from here.
Right.
Because if it gets better than this, then I mean, I'm stuck.
I will say with this season so far, every episode has been better than the last.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, if we go by the first 5, we know it's only up and up. And with this episode, with so many different ways the series, the show can go this season now. Because open a lot of doors.
Right. Yeah. Let's just put this out here first. We got more screen time with Ghost, so I think this might be it for Raina for a while.
Raina did not talk this. She did not talk this episode.
This whole episode.
And she wasn't even in the previews for the next week's episode. So
I'm thinking that
she's finna get the ass treatment.
Right.
It's either that or she about to get them.
Right. So now that that's out of the way.
What's crazy though, I have thought about this recently too though. You know how I said earlier, I said we saw Raina get more screen time, so they might be using that to just cut off.
Yeah.
I randomly, after watching this episode, I think they might be doing that for another character as well, potentially. I think Lakeisha might get the boot too.
Really?
Now I know they don't want to necessarily cut off Tommy's new little thing,
but Tommy don't care about her like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, they did plant that he doesn't really care about her as much as we thought that he might.
I mean, I didn't think that he felt her like that. She know it, he know it, Natasha know it.
And I think she has the biggest ability to get fed up with them and flip. Because she already don't like Tasha. She's going to realize that Tommy's not really in her. She's going to have no investment really in this whole, in taking that risk.
Yeah.
So, she might have to get off.
But at this point, can she really flip? Because Ghost out of jail now, so...
And she does know, but
I mean, her business about to come back open. So honestly, it ain't no
reason
to lose for her. It ain't no reason to go say nothing at this point. Because if you do, you still gonna implicate yourself because you was letting them wash money in your business.
I think also maybe I think this way. I just really don't like Lakeisha.
I don't like her
I don't like Lakeisha either.
I don't like how they switched her character up.
Right, like I
kind of thought that she was gonna go in a different way. Mm-hmm. Like I was liking the whole, you know, planting the seeds of doubt on Tasha.
Yeah.
I mean, as a friend that sucks ass, but like as a character, like, okay, you know, that's giving Tasha another direct adversary, but like one that's close to her. Mm-hmm. So it's a big difference from Angela. Cause like, I don't know nothing of you, but this thing that you did. Right.
But speaking of death, guys, we discussed this off air. We have 2 people on the chopping block. I think we have 2 main people on the chopping block. And they're like adversaries this season. We see Julio and we see Dre clashing. Who do you guys think is going to get the axe?
Julio.
Definitely Julio.
I don't think Julio's going to die.
Julio is going to die in the next 2 episodes.
Right, and it's crazy how I think that because we seen in this episode, it's like they're setting us up. Because I know show creators are... sometimes they give you blatant stuff. Yeah. But I'm thinking, man, this is power. They might be showing us this so much that making us seem like it's gonna happen, just to yank it back from us and not let it happen. Because like it looks like Julio's gonna die, and it looks like Dre is kind of, you know, finna take Julio's role. But I think Julio might be smarter than what we think. I think Julio might be smart. I think he might know something we don't. I think Dre's still gonna get it. I think
don't know.
Dre has more. Julio has Dre against him, but Dre, if the stuff Dre knows that he hasn't told anybody finds out, Tommy's gonna be on his back, Ghost is gonna be on the back, and he already has Kanan on his back, along with Jukebox because she likes her coins. Yeah. So he has more targets on him than Julio, but Julio has a big target in Dre, and he also saw him with Kanan. So if that comes out, boy.
That's what I'm saying. Julio gonna die because Julio is going to say oh my God, I saw you with Kane and Dre. What the fuck are you doing?
He's gonna be
and then Dre gonna kill him.
The characters in power are dumb enough to tell the stuff that they know. That's one flaw.
Which is why Greg is no longer alive.
Exactly. There's only a few smart characters that don't show their hand.
And also Sean told Kanan exactly what he was going to do. And then Kanan like, shit, nigga, you ain't gonna be happy.
Right.
Nigga, is that happiness are in your future?
I'm gonna make this prediction. If Julio does not die next episode, he's gonna live.
Okay.
Well, I feel like down the next episode, he going down episode 6.
Because you're right though. Because if we saw in the preview for next week, he has his talk with Dre and tells him I saw you with Kanan. So if Dre does not kill him shortly after that,
he gonna kill him. Dre is a killer, y'all. We cannot forget that Dre is a killer.
Right.
Like Dre been a killer since season 1.
Right. He's a killer trying to be a man in his suit.
Dre is trying to be Ghost. That's literally who Dre is trying to be.
And Ghost is still a killer.
Exactly. You can't, once you get the bloodlust, you can't undo.
But we also see, I mean, those Ghosts can be sloppy at times. Dre is really sloppy. That's why I don't think it's going to go exactly.
The only reason Ghost ever been sloppy was over some vagina.
Angela. I don't think Dre wants to be Ghost, but he's not Ghost. So I think that's where the slip-ups can come into play.
Right.
I mean, he already done had some, but whatever.
Well, I want to give a shout out to 2 of our commenters, HB Classic and Mimi Smith, on their guesses for when they think Julio is going to die too. So I don't know. Like, you're the only person that think Julio is not going to die.
I can see him dying. I can, and he's on my number 1 list to die. But I just think sometimes that they put something out there so much only just to. I've seen it so much in TV that yank it back.
I feel you.
I'm gonna go ahead and get into Ghost and everything that happened with him this episode. So I did want to point out that this is something that I knew once they brought it up, it was going to happen. They brought up the security cam not working in the weight room. That first of all. So I knew that was going to come back into play. We get to see everything going on with Ghost. Ghost is arguing with Terry Silver, of course, at the beginning because he don't like that nigga still. So that's true. I want to see how that plays out later. Definitely, especially now. So after that part, we get to see, because I'm not gonna go into Angela like that. Well, Angela does come and visit Ghost, and she tries to see if she still feels guilty about what she saw at the end of the last episode.
I feel like that's what kind of made. I feel like that's kind of what prompted her to do what she did. I mean, we're already on Angela. She got what she did. She lost her job. Are you happy? Are you happy? I was so happy. I thought you soon as shit happened. And when she was walking out with the box, I was like, her
karma was so bad to where her karma took not only herself down, it took the niggas around her down.
Everybody.
The judge was so appalled at her actions.
First of all, I think I said this before, but I love this judge. Because he is just like witty.
But that was the first time you saw him get really like you're angry. You
he was disgusted by every single person in the room. And I was like, bruh. And that scene was funny to me because she came out there with her dramatic ass entrance.
Right. It had to be late, but on time.
Right. I'm gonna stroll in here and I'm just gonna tell on my team. And then Mock said, well, fuck that bitch.
Look. Run. Let me give you my turn.
You gonna try to run? You gonna throw us under the bus? Okay, let me get in the driver's seat of this other bus because.
But he also had that dick look because when the judge got for her ass, he was like, "Thank you." Oh no, no.
You thought? Hold on, I'm not finished. But yeah, it was good because he had to double back. I knew they was gonna break it up in court. That her and James had a relationship. I knew that they was gonna have to do it.
The judge did not know this shit.
He didn't know nothing.
Then when he found out they was fucking, he was like,
hold the fuck up. He was like, you know what? Everybody get out. I'm surprised that he just wasn't like, you know what? All y'all discuss me. Get the fuck out of my courtroom.
Right.
He can do that if he wants to.
Right, he can.
Cause like
basically did though.
I mean, yeah.
Get out.
And now, not only did you drag yourself down and the rest of your crew down to get suspended, now y'all about to get investigated. So we don't know how far this investigation gonna go, if they gonna show it or anything like that. But you gotta think. You gotta be like, damn, all the other cases that we done had, if anything shaky on those, like your career, all of their careers could be like over with.
What I think might get her off is the fact that though she did some corrupt stuff, the fact that she showed that she's the truth. She showed true heart and what's the word I'm looking for?
Patriotism.
I don't know, but she didn't let it. Like, dang, she knew this person was innocent, and she decided to turn on her team to let an innocent person walk free. So she's honest, at least. It shows honesty.
Yeah, but it also showed that she thinks with her vagina and her emotions as well, because you let him off of that, but you let him know information about another case. You see what I'm saying?
And
so that means that depending on who you fucking, if they want information about something, you gonna have it readily available for them, and then that's not okay. You know.
I will say about Sandoval, he gained some balls this episode. Like, he didn't have that scary look like he always.
That's because he couldn't put the scary look on, man. The pressure was like Ghost was finally took the stand.
Right.
So he was like, "This is my chance to get this monkey off my back."
Right.
Like, that was his chance, and they lost it.
I mean, they lost it, but he did a good job.
It could have worked.
Because when I watched it took me back to episode 4 when Silver was like, "Angry Black Man."
Yeah, because he did it.
Yeah,
he went. He didn't go far as Angry Black Man, but
he went there enough to made Ghost feel like he was hopeless.
Right.
Which we then jump back into Ghost right after that, punching the punching bag. Is when we see Charlie Murphy come in, because previous in the episode we saw that Terezi met up with Charlie Murphy's character.
We're gonna establish just a little more on that a little bit more later as well. But continue.
But yeah, so he met up with him, and they made a deal. They gonna basically, but it's crazy how Terezi low-key saved Ghost's life, because Ghost.
he got a theory.
That's what we're gonna establish.
Because Ghost. Just he went from Jamie after that trial.
He went full Ghost.
He went
reverted straight to Ghost.
Man.
I mean, this man came in there and talking about your wife and kids. I mean, you don't even like Tasha like that. Like, you just was mad.
It don't matter.
Nigga, you not gonna come up in my area talking about fucking my wife.
Right.
I don't give a goddamn.
So we see Ghost. And we see that first of all, we see this transition from Jamie to Ghost as he's, like you said, blundering poor Charlie Murphy's head. And side note, it's sad, but he dies on a show like that. He dies for real. And that's why
now we're gonna picture him dying.
Luckily, I think he's on the next season he's on some new BET show that's gonna be fun.
Okay.
Did not know that.
Yeah, it's like with what's the man, George Lopez and some other ones. It's
okay, cool.
So I think we're gonna get like another saving grace image
good image
before, because that's the last one we had to see. He couldn't see after that.
Right.
But you see Ghost, and then you see for a glimpse that he turns back into Jamie, because he's like, "What the did I just do?" Like,
right.
And then comes his out. Like, he don't even know it yet, because Terezi's coming in to do what he had planned on doing, which is killing Ghost. And somehow he sees Ghost had already handled some business of his own. And Biscuit takes his little knife out, getting ready to stab Ghost, and Terezi's like, "Hold up, nigga. There's switching plans." He saw that opportunity to get leverage back on Ghost, because he wanted to kill him in my eyes, is because he beat him. Like, he had some leverage, then Ghost came, "No, gotcha, bitch." Yeah. And now Terezi's like, "No, God, you bitch."
That nigga said, "I'ma have your whole family calling me Zeddy." What was your theory?
Alright, well, my theory was that all of this was pretty calculated by Tony Terezi, and as I think about it more, he wouldn't want to kill Ghost because Ghost is the only link that he has to Tommy. So if he killed Ghost, then he ain't got no way for Tommy, to get in touch with Tommy or to have, get anything to Tommy. So that's even more reason, in my opinion, that all of this was more calculated to get leverage on Ghost, or get stronger leverage on Ghost, because before it was just hearsay as well. Like, I know who you are, you're, this or that. And I feel like it was even better because he picked out who he needed to go down. Like, he knew the two people in jail who probably hated Ghost the most, in that precinct, and he set them both up to die so that he could, he had the perfect pawns as well. And
I kind of disagree with that, because I think Terezi got beat. And a person like him, he's not used to getting beat, in a sense. He's a killer. Like, he's not used to nobody switching the role on him. I mean, he got put in jail, but as far as that wise, like he's used to having the upper hand, because he even has the upper hand while he's in jail.
I mean, I agree with that part.
But so I feel like he went in with the idea, okay, we're gonna kill this nigga. We're gonna kill him. But he saw that window of opportunity to get something he wanted back. Like he saw the window with Tommy closed, and then he saw that glimpse of that dead body on the floor. He saw it open again. So he just took his opportunity. Because Biscuit charged then. Mm-hmm. Biscuit was ready to go with the move, and then you see Terezi kind of like, wait, no.
My theory was,
let's get him.
Goddamn, he killed his ass like that. What the fuck he gonna do to us?
That is also true.
That was my theory. That honestly, Biscuit would have went in. You know, if he would have killed Biscuit like that, and then now I done gave you another weapon, which would be a knife. So you really could take my old white ass out. So that was my theory.
That's
y'all
a whole lot of theories.
Tell us what y'all think in the comments. Is Tony Tereza that smart, or the Power Writers that goddamn smart? Keisha dumbass. She ain't spilled the tea, but Tasha ain't dumb, so she spilled the tea that she fucking Tommy. I mean, come on. Like, literally, girl, you really had to say you was dating a white boy. Just say you was dating somebody. Like, that's
She could have just said she was dating Tommy, to be honest. Like,
I mean, she could have, but she could have just said I was dating somebody and that's it. But anyway.
But see, she wanted Keisha to, she wanted Tasha to know. Like,
yeah, Tasha, I got this fabulous white man.
Like, he mine. Like, I'm fucking that. Like, she kind of.
Because she said I don't feel like he look at me the same way. But regardless, off of that, whenever Tasha confronted Tommy about it, like, why are you fucking with this girl like this? And what if, I know you and Holly broke up, but what if Holly come back and then Tommy did his confessions?
Did you feel it?
I did feel it.
You know what's crazy though? I didn't.
The bromance between Tommy and Ghost is real.
It is.
Like, they bromance is more important than anybody else in their life.
Which is why
it's more important than Ghost's family. It's more important than his wife. Mm-hmm. It was more important than Angela. Like, that.
This leads into the next pretty much storyline going into the rest of the season. We're gonna talk about Tariq and Kanan. So, well, Tariq, he finally tossed to Tommy and let Tommy know
that he smashed a girl.
Got some ass.
Finally, so
which was cool, but then he also threw Dre under the bus and lied.
Completely under the bus.
Dre took him to this party where he met this girl, which was the full bold-faced lie.
But Dre was technically there, right?
Yeah, Dre. He showed up to give Kanan money
and then left and tried to get him to leave, and he said no.
Right. So he wasn't, but he still wasn't there with him. So that now it started to plant the seed of doubt even more. In Tommy for Dre, but Dre, covers his ass.
Yeah.
He like, man, I dropped him off to his friend's house. I don't know shit about a party, so any of that's out of my hands. Right. Like earlier in the episodes that we've shot, that Kanan just kind of abandoned his mission at first once he got out of jail, take over the streets and take over the game and be at the top. Like, he's completely abandoned that. So is Dre like, nigga, you need to get back into doing exactly what you planned on doing. Right. So he was trying.
He ain't the only person who said that to him.
Right. So he is trying to convince Kanan to change his plans back, But I think that's going to cause that rift between him and Kanan, because Kanan, in something that I feel like we're going to talk about more, he's in the line. He's kind of like in the same position as Ghost was. Ghost wanted to do this in particular, but everybody else around him was telling him to do something different. So that started causing a rift between Ghost and all those people around him.
Like, cause earlier when we watched it, Josh was like, bruh, really, like, Kanan really care about Tariq. Like, you could tell. It ain't just, I'm keeping you around to, like, fuck over your family type thing. Like, he's developing, like, a real bond with him. And then it made me remember, like, he literally in the same exact position that Ghost was in season 1 and 2. Like, Ghost was out of jail and Kanan was in jail, and so Sean, Kanan's son, was always hanging with Ghost, right? And he was being molded and modeled in Ghost's image. Then Ghost went to jail and Kanan out, and now Tariq is being molded in Kanan's image. And literally Tariq is the nigga that he wanted Sean to be.
Yep.
That's true.
Just a little robbing, thieving, getting high little nigga.
We gonna see how much he cares about him in these next few episodes though, because Jukebox don't give a damn.
Return to Jukebox.
He gonna keep him alive. That's gonna be him caring, but he can't fully flip or do anything to Jukebox, because at the end of the day, she a cop, so you gonna kill her, which probably gonna happen.
That might.
He gonna have to kill her to get rid of the situation.
We need to put Jukebox on.
Oh, she gonna do this.
So we get the return to Jukebox, and Jukebox fills Kanan in to say, okay, we back. Everything is back to the same plan. Jukebox not phased, not changed at all. She's a straight dumb shit. Jukebox don't care about nobody. She like, let's roll with this plan, and Kanan's kind of, iffy.
Meanwhile, Tasha gonna be fucking Silver.
Sure is.
And then Gasping gonna have a new dad.
Well, that's pretty much the last thing. Like, yeah, they start planting those seeds a whole lot more in this episode. We got to see them interacting. Terry just full on, pretty much just flirting with Tasha.
He did one of these numbers, like on her back, like her shoulder.
You have a lot of places these next 5 episodes can go. You got to see what happens with Mike and Angie. You have to see what happens with this new relationship with Tasha and
Silver and Tasha. Stern.
Yeah. With Simon Stern, you got to see where those go. Like, why did she take the money? With that, you got to see what Ghost was up to when he got out. Like, I see him with a gun at somebody, and I don't know who that person is. Right. So what is he up to now? Where's Tommy? What is Chicago? Like, tell us what is that bigger storyline? And you got Lakeisha.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting to see these next 5 episodes.
We want to know what questions did you have about this season, or where do you think this is going? Because I have no clue at all.
Which makes me happy that I don't know.
I know, right?
It's good.
So make sure you guys drop us a like, leave us a comment, and also follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You'll see our handles all down below. I'm the Couch Potato.
Sweet Potato.
Potato Head.
And we'll be checking in you guys next week on our weekly Power Recap.
You did.
Yeah.